Have I played Stanley Parable before? I have not. Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. I can barely see it as it is. Might be the glare. Please enter the current time. Oh. Wait. It's like 11:30. What time is it? 11:32. Wait, why does one know the time? Can be asked this from the main menu. Okay. Weird. Begin. Oh, look. You can see it moving. Oh, look. And it's even further. Oh, look. It's infinite. I like it. Never the end is never the end. The end is never... Wait, what?
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Uh-huh.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-winning, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget.
Met a woman.
He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete
You come in on a Sunday?
Something was very clearly wrong.
Yeah,
Shocked,
came in on a non-work day.
Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Can I push the pretty red button? No. Oh, he's like Garfield. He hates Mondays. Okay. Oh, I have an open door policy. I'm a good employee / boss person. I don't know. Hello?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Hey, my door closed.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay. Well, Stanley?
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
This screen's on. That screen is also on. Yeah, that door is open. Where is this memo room? What is the point of this door from this room if the rooms are the same? Oh no, there's only one office in that room. Oh, I see. A lot of people hate Mondays. I don't work Mondays, so I can't relate. I love Mondays. Hey, what is that? It's a very crude drawing. Projections. Sales in this quarter. This does not make sense. Huh. Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I did? Are you telling me to voice from beyond? I'm going to the right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Perhaps. It's been a long time since I've been there. Years even. I'm always so hard at work.
Truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
Really is.
Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Wait, does that mean I get a drink now? Drink. Okay, no drink for me.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I did? That looks scary. What's in production here, huh?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Doors are just closing behind me all the time. Do not jump in the cargo lift wall.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
I don't know who you are.
Really are not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been
Can I actually
neglecting,
fall?
Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
Who?
Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Who's her?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Isabella? Wait, that's not my fiance's name. Leilana? I'm coming for... Oh, it's very dark in here. Do we have like a light source I can have? Of some sort? A voice from beyond the void? I don't want to go in there. Can we like attach batteries to this and I could carry that? Like DeWalt batteries? Can we do that? Oh, yeah.
That's her,
Actually,
Stanley.
scared the crap out of
You
me.
need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
I don't. I only trust myself. I can't. I won't. I just want out of here. I don't know who's calling. What if it's my mother? Oh, God. Okay. I guess I'll check.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven.
I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven.
Right.
Alright, okay, there we go.
Okay, there we go. All right, now. I
Sweet.
want you to
I'm
come
employee
in and tell me all
427.
about-
Whoa, whoa. Ah!
Gotcha.
That's not funny.
Come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to
No.
commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come
That I'm
inside.
alone?
Let me show you what's really going on
What's
here.
really going on here?
Let's see. Let's see.
This is a very sad story
Very
about the
sad
death
story
of a
about the
man
death of
named
named
Stanley.
Stanley. Ah!
Good morning. Press on your...
Stanley is quite a boring fellow.
Stanley is
He has
quite
a
a
job
boring
that
fellow.
demands nothing
He
of
has a
him.
job that demands
Every
nothing
button
of
that he
him.
pushes
Every
is a
button.
I will
reminder
not
of
go
the
through another Gabriel
consequential nature.
takeover. Get out of here.
Consequential nature of his existence.
Look at him there, pushing buttons,
Look at him
doing
there,
exactly
pushing
what he's
buttons,
told
doing exactly
to
what
do.
he's told to do.
All right. Back to the
Now
game.
he's pushing a button. Now
He's
he's eating
eating
lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming
What's that
back
lineup
to
there?
work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Press... No.
Press right on the D-pad.
I refuse. He's telling me what to do. So if I just stop doing things, I get a... You. Oh, I can crouch. Both these buttons are crouch, huh? Let me out. Give me a kiss, mannequin. Move this chair. I want something different than to go right. Turn on TV. We will rock you. Okay, enough of that. I can't do anything, can I? If I just sit here, I mean absolutely just sit here and do nothing, will anything happen? How long would that take?
30 seconds later.
I don't know if I have the patience for this. I don't. I'm
But in
done.
his mind, In his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures.
Fantastic
From behind
adventures.
his desk, Stanley
He's
dreamed
not
of
a-
wild expeditions into the
From behind
unknown,
his desk, Stanley.
fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Well, that's sad. Why don't I just press X to turn it on? No?
And so he
Okay.
began to
Ah!
fantasize about
Where'd my
his own
TV
job.
go?
Began to fantasize
First, he
about
imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Huh. Spend time with the boys. I have boys? Like my boys? Like my kids, my boys? Or is this different set of boys? Is it going to be toys?
So he went further.
So
He
went further.
imagined that he
Imagined
came
that
to
he
two
came to
open
two open
doors
doors,
and that
and
he
that
could
he could
go
go
through
through either.
either.
All right, I got potty. One more again.
It barely even mattered what lay behind each door.
Oh,
The
what's wrong with my
mere
headset now?
thought that his decisions would
I had
mean
to pull
something
the
was
things
almost
down
too
because my head is
wonderful
bigger
to
than
bear.
yours.
Ugh.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round
I just
room
relaying out
with
my
monitors
office?
and mind controls.
My imagination
Down
is no
another
longer
was a yellow
imagining.
line that weaved
Back
in
to my
many
office
directions,
slowly.
and down another was a game with a baby, and he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end.
I just
that
want
he
out.
might always feel this free.
I don't want to be here
Surely
anymore.
there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Tell your wife you love her. Hey, baby. You know, it's been a long time coming. I like being close to you. This is as close as I get, apparently. I think you should know we belong together, and I love you.
But there is no answer.
Ah!
It could not possibly be.
Where'd she go?
In reality, all he's
She
doing
left
is
me.
pushing the
That's what I
same
get for
buttons
sharing
he
my
always
feelings.
has. Nothing has changed. The longer he
Why you guys keep
stays,
putting bowls
the
in front of
more
me?
invested he gets, the more he
Darn
forgets
dogs.
which life is the real one.
Serious. I gave you breakfast. Why you keep bringing me bowls? Go to sleep. Got
And
it.
I'm trying to tell him this. That in this world he can never be anything but an observer. That as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself.
He's
But he
slowly
won't
killing
listen to
himself.
me.
He
He
won't
won't
listen to
stop.
me. He
Here,
won't stop.
watch this.
Here, watch
Stanley,
this.
the next time the
Stanley,
screen
the next time the
asks
screen
you to
asks you
push a
to
button,
do
do
not
not do it.
That works for me. I need to torch my son real quick anyways.
Good job, Logan. My cat is that.
Obi, calm down. I'm trying to play a game. Gabe was interrupting it. Like the big jerk he is.
How am I a jerk? I know, serious. He was being mean to me.
Because they don't hear you talk, they hear the game talk.
He went and stabbed me in my neck. So mean. Oh, I know why you wanna.
You got food in
You
your pocket,
just
huh?
want my sandwich.
You got food in your pocket. That's funny. You thought he was loving you. No. He just wants the food. He's still sniffing for it.
He's not there anymore. He's up there now.
How long do I have to stand here and not press this button? I'm going to press it.
Don't move it.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What?
Da-da-da-da-da-da. It says don't press it, so I'm not going to. But it says press on the screen, so I want to. I don't know what to do. I swear, if I just let this game go and nothing happens because I didn't press it. Like, how long do you think this takes? You tell he gives like a different order.
Takes
Like, you did it, Stanley. You didn't press the button. Oh. Practice my ski bop while I wait. Bop bop beep 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 skitty 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 beep beep boop bop bop boop boop boop.
You want to know something about that?
Huh.
He was telling you not to listen, but you listened to what he told you.
I feel like this is a lose-lose situation. I'm pressing
You
it.
see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he
I
remains
didn't press
here,
anything.
he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
With a mirror. To question nothing. I don't want to question nothing. I want to know what's happening. What is the point of this game? I'm gonna sit down. Ugh. I'm gonna crawl under my desk and just lay there till somebody finds me.
Tells you to get back to work.
Stanley, what are you doing? Go, 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 go. All right,
I
question nothing.
suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I
Uh-huh.
don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley.
Uh-huh.
We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again. And Stanley
Please
pushed a button.
die.
And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
Oh, did I die? Okay. Weird. Oh. Interesting.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley
what?
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay. This time I'm actually going to go to the left. Unless there's something new. I'm not. Oh, awaiting input. Waiting input. That's new. Input received. Okay. What about you? Ooh. I can actually do things this time. Go back to this room. What can I do here? Nope. Wait, what? That's a new cup. Like work. I like work. I just hate my boss. Got it.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Yeah, but I can do things
Stanley
now.
went around touching every little thing in the office, but
Who
it didn't
farted?
make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
It said input received. Can I? No. 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 Okay. Hey, Monday still. Door. No. No. Negative.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open
Yeah,
doors,
yeah, left.
he entered the door on his left.
It's in here. What am I pressing? What? What am I pressing? Sounds like a light switch. I got a trophy saying you can't jump. Okay.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up
Tips
to his
for not
boss's
getting
office,
fired.
hoping he might find an answer there.
A dispute with a coworker. Let it ball up inside you. Take it out passive aggressively on other coworkers. Resent coworkers for not supporting you more. Oh, this is terrible. Use the slides to show employees that everything's okay. All right. This is a terrible environment. Synergize. Oh.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
There's nothing here? Okay. That's fine. Wrong room. I didn't want to go in that room.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Well, technically, Stanley went downstairs to sleep on this piece of cardboard. Oh, I'm going home.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that.
How did this
And in such a
guy
competitive economy, why
get
had he
here?
taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Oh, I can't.
Doors close automatically behind him wherever
Why
he
do they?
went. And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar.
Yes, they do.
Repeating. No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't
12B4.
And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons.
12B4.
I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
I just thought it was like a Jiminy Cricket thing.
Describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just...
Yeah, it's my subconscious.
He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up.
Okay.
He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin. The press of the mattress on his back.
Okay.
The fresh air of a world outside this one.
Goody goody.
Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons.
What if I fell asleep at work?
Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine.
We shall see.
I am okay.
You sound very centered, Stanley. Too bad it didn't work. Well, tartar sauce.
Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone
why is it getting into red?
I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I?
Is this anger or is something chasing me? Am I in danger? Am I dying? What's happening? Ah! I don't like when things go black. Last time you put me in a room with a phone.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Wait, what?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself. And collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, For just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew.
Yeah.
Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal.
Oh, good for
I
you,
am sane.
Mariella.
I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't.
What?
It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had
So,
no time
am I
for
dead?
this,
Is that what
so
happened?
It was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
What? I died? I think.
You did?
It's a fever dream. And I'll figure it out next time. Till then, bye.